There is this saying that says that if you want to make money, try and sell something. It's either you're selling a product or you're selling a service. Now, I want to talk about selling real estate, buying and selling real estate. Over the years, population has tremendously increased. And we all know that population is something that is going to continue to increase. As far as women keeps giving birth, there is population. Hence, there will be the need for houses, and we have not been able to sort out housing deficit. There's so much of housing deficit that we need to sort out. The government has not been able to do that. Even as much as the developers that are in real estate are still not able to, bridge that gap between the people who need houses and the amount of houses on ground right now. One of the ways people can make money is by buying land, building on it, and then sell off. Or you buy as much as enough land, and then over a short period of time you sell off. You're also making money, and you're also meeting the need of people. We talked about Ibeju Lekki area. We have talked about Ibeju Lekki area a lot of times. I remember when Dangote was going to come, Dangote Refinery, and many years after, not many years, I think for the past 2 years, Dangote Refinery is in operation. It's giving us fuel and we're using it, right? So a lot of times we used to talk about Dangote Refinery. Some people even doubt if it was going to ever come. And now it is here. The deep sea port is working. The Lekki Free Trade Zone is there. Alaro City is there, is working. Things are happening. A lot of people don't know that there is a lot of good things happening, especially in Lagos State, Nigeria. Because Lagos State is the state. Do you understand? So a lot of good things is happening. Then another thing they don't know is that the international airport, it was formally proposed, but is no longer proposed. There is a site for the Lagos State Lekki International Airport. There is actually a site. So what am I trying to say? I'm saying that for you to make money, you need to meet a need. You need to do a service, give out a service, then you're making money. Invariably, you're making a lot of money. Now, in real estate, I want to talk about the island meadow. This particular property is a property that has potential, great potential to sell in millions of naira, within the shortest possible of time. Along the Ibeju Lekki, the Lekki-Epe Expressway, like 6 years ago, we sold land for 3.56 million naira. But right now, it's nothing like that. It's absolutely nothing like that. Land now, 300 square goes for as much as 30 million naira. You can do your findings. And we're talking about a C of O land, a government allocated C of O. These properties are well documented, they are protected, they are secured. That is why they are this expensive, because of course it is Lagos State. And then when you're talking about the 500 square, it's over 50 million naira right now as we speak. So imagine if you had invested some 6 years ago along that area. What would you have been doing now? It's either you are skipping it for more years to come, or you started selling. Do you understand? So you're meeting a need, because there will always be people who want to invest. There will always be people who want to buy house. The population keeps increasing every day all over the world. Now, Island Meadow is that property that you should own, because it is located just opposite the Pan-Atlantic University. Think of what Island Meadow can do for you. There are so many malls around this particular estate. There is a school, Pan-Atlantic University, that your kids can attend. Good international standard school. There is a Lekki International Airport about 20 minutes from this particular property, and it is sharing border with the Lekki Coastal Road. This property is an amazing property, and it will do you a lot of good. it will do you a lot of good. Right now, we're selling 500 square for 32 million naira, and 1,000 square, we're selling it for 65 million naira. Now, this is the pre-launch price. We're still at the pre-launch stage, and if you know better, you will know that buying properties at the pre-launch stage is always a good idea, because you are like the first investors to start getting ROI, return on investment, by the time the property starts appreciating in value. Now, there's a lot going on there already. We acquired this land, and it's a government allocated C of O. Now, why we sell properties at pre-launch price is because after purchasing these properties from the company, it is important that we secure this property. We go to Alaro City, we make sure that every document pertaining to that land is gotten. So that is why we sell at pre-launch price. Pre-launch price is always a cheaper. It's always at a cheaper rate, and then you will be doing yourself a lot of good if you are keen in at the pre-launch price of any property, and Island Meadow is not an exception. Right now, like I said, it's selling for 32 million, and for 500 square, as against the market price. Right now, 500 square anywhere is selling for 50 million, 45, 50 million naira. You can do your findings, and all you need is a 5 million naira initial deposit for this particular property. The way we do it, we promise a lot of amenities that we'll put in place, perimeter fencing, gatehouse, street lights, good road network, good drainage system, so that if you choose to build in the future, you will have a conducive environment in the estate to build. And if you choose to sell, trust me, you're making a whole lot of money. Island Meadow is the property to own right now in your investment portfolio. If you don't have it, I trust me, it's one of those properties you should add, and you should add it in plots. You understand? And then that takes me to a story that my client told me about many years, about 7 years. He acquired a property in Lekki Phase 1. As at that time, it was selling for 54 million naira. He bought only one plot. There was no road going there safe. The way he told me the story, that there was no road, but he had to sum up courage and say, well, let me just buy, even if it is one. If it's a loss, let it loss. But then what happened? Right now, that property is selling for over 500 million naira. And that same property has a tendency to sell for over 1 billion naira in less than 5 years, because of the way Lekki Phase 1 is right now. And do you know what his regret is? He didn't buy 2 plots, because if he had bought more than one, he would have been able to sell and still keep one for himself to use at a future date. So that is why when you're buying good property located in a good landmarks, around good landmarks, it is important that you buy more than one, so that when the time comes, when you're selling, you're also building, you're making money, and you're also creating generational wealth for you and your family. Like I said, Island Meadow is that property to own. Now, if this is the first time that you're coming to my channel, my name is Josephine, and I'm the lead consultant for Josie Global Property. Please try and subscribe, like our videos, drop your comment. We'll get back to you when we see them, and do well to tell your family, friends, everyone to watch our videos. If you need any property, a secured property in Lagos State, Nigeria, property that you will have peace of mind, though, I'm talking about a government allocated C of O property, do well to send a message to our number, and you'll be glad you did. Thank you.